So what's good, YouTube? I hope you guys are doing great today. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through a free movement workout. It's pretty simple. You literally just move around in all kinds of different ways. I've been doing this for a while and I've been able to unlock even handstand push-up doing this, splits, overall mobility and strength, endurance of course. And I also have a soccer net behind me right here. And this is going to help me to also develop grip strength, right? Hanging, it's good for your spine, it decompresses it, shoulders and so on. You guys will see we'll be doing some crawling. Overall balancing stuff, you guys will see it's pretty interesting, it's pretty cool. And like I said, it's only 15 minutes. I do this every single day and it's allowed me to just be healthy overall. So yeah, I'm going to take you guys through all of this and yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm going to start up a timer real quick. So 15 minutes. As you guys can see, I got my phone in my hands and I'm going to start it and drop it and start moving. So yeah. Okay, let's go. So maybe just start with some little squatting with your legs. You don't really have to go at my level. Honestly, just move around. Like, it's the simplest way I can put it. Like, I like to do a lot of crawling stuff. So if I'm crawling like this, I'll just try and play around with it. Look for stretches, look for movements that are kind of difficult to do. Without going too hard, too heavy, you don't want to hurt yourself. And obviously at the end of the 15 minutes, you'll be more tired than you were at the beginning, right? So yeah, just move around your hands, you know, shift the weight. What's nice about crawling, is you can kind of shift the weight between your hands and your feet depending on how much load you want, either on your arms or on your feet, your legs, right? So it's pretty nice for that. This is really good right here. This is really, really good. Like this, you rotate your arm to get that nice pec stretch. You could also crawl around like this, which is always really, really nice. It's great for mobility, great for overall strength. And like I said, over time, by getting stronger at adding load on your hands, you'll eventually develop things like press handstand, like this, right? Just because you're getting stronger. Now I also do like regular workouts, like 2 workouts. Well, regular, I guess strength workouts would be the proper name, proper word, about twice a week. And I also work in construction, so construction's pretty hard too, so I can't train with too much intensity all the time. But like I said, just move around, you know, literally that's all you have to do. I find that this is often a missing component in people's training. People are not great movers, you know. They might be strong, they might have muscle, but that doesn't mean that they are actually movable, you know. Are they coordinated? Are they strong in every way? You know, not just in like only specific ranges of motion, you know. And as I mentioned before, this is also really good for mobility. You know, pike crawling like this. Some people call this elephant walks or you name it. You know, it's really, really good for that kind of stuff. You know, at the gym, you often hear people talking about how important it is to train with, you know, max intensity for the most muscle growth. And that is true, but there's also a component of low intensity movement patterns that everybody should be doing pretty much every day, right? I mean, we're made to move, right? People who exercise more are associated with better health, you know, better longevity. And I'm actually gonna get into some hanging real quick, but most people who have really good longevity, they're not necessarily the biggest, you know? They're often, you know, kind of lean looking, athletic looking, and they just have good movement capability, you know? Sometimes I'll see those videos of like some These, I think they're from China. These Chinese grandpas, they're like 70 years old doing splits and muscle ups and you name it, you know. Just, yeah, building strength overall, right? I mean, you look at all the animals, right? They just move. Maybe some of them have injuries, but I don't think it's as bad as humans because we don't move no more, man. Man, I don't know if you guys can see me. It's kind of tough. Let's see if we can. Oh, my group's getting a little bit tired. Even just some light running is always great. Like I mentioned before, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just moving around. I'm not even sure if I'm in the camera right now. Jumping, always good abilities. Obviously go at your level. If all you can literally handle is just like something that looks like this, that's fine, you know. Even just standing and being on your toes, like balancing yourself, right? Your hip mobility, like this, right? Or even like this. These are capabilities that are really useful for humans. And we often neglect it, but we should. Let's try muscle up real quick. Damn, that's tough, bro. Even things like skin the cats, let's say. Oh, I don't trust this bar. And yeah, just hanging every day. It's very good for you. Kind of wrecked. So, this right here, great movement. It's called the ATG split squat. Very popular by a man named Ben Patrick, knees over toes guy. Great movement. Even the glutes. And this is also really neglected. Let's say you're in a lunge position and your foot kind of rolls over. You get hip internal rotation and external rotation, which is really, really neglected. And being strong in this position, right, getting that mobile glute is really, really good for preventing the knee from popping out of place, which happens to a lot of athletes. And just regular people overall. So that's the advantage of free movement training in the sense that you're moving everything. You know, nothing is really getting neglected or not worked in a sense, right? You're moving your whole body as one. And I know I'm talking a lot, but let's say crawling, for example. Crawling works many, many muscle groups at the same time, which is its advantage, right? It's kind of moving everything at once. Are you gonna get massively jacked from it? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. If you do it with weighted vests, maybe. You might be able to. But again, the goal is not necessarily to be the most jacked person, but just to be able to move without problems, you know? And I will make a future video of my workouts for strength. And so, yeah, let's get into some back bridge activity. Awesome movement. I actually unlocked back bridge doing this kind of training. Ooh. So yeah, I don't know how good my back bridge is. I haven't really done it that much. But yeah, it's pretty good movement. Even like crawling like this is pretty cool to be able to do. Ugh. And another thing is too, you don't necessarily have to do this all in one go. You could do 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes like at lunch, and 5 minutes, I don't know, before bed. Like, really doesn't have to be that like strict in the sense that I have to do this for this amount of time, or even if you did this for just 5 minutes a day, you would definitely get some kind of results. Splits right here. Yes, sir. Again, those little reps add up over time. Let's do some hanging. Even crawling like this. You could even use your feet if you wanted to, but yeah. I got my timer right here. 5 minutes left, okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna run around a little bit. I've never seen people really do this besides like, light warm-ups at the gym, or I don't know, just doing light training overall. But here and there you can include something with more intensity. Let's say you want to try out for a handstand push-up, go ahead. If you want to get your split, well, you can kind of get that 1 second of intense stretch, Ooh. But yeah, again, many ways of doing this. I highly recommend just crawling around if you'd like to keep it really simple. It's very low impact, amazing for the wrists. And speaking of the wrists, you can kind of play around with the positioning of your wrists, right? If you put your wrists like this on the ground, it might be really hard at first, but it's really good for the wrists. Even having them slightly elevated and pushing through your fingers into the ground will work your wrist extensors, which is really important. We often have much stronger flexors than extensors. So yeah. People passing by. So yeah, you guys, let's do a bit of handstand stuff. It's actually how I unlocked handstand. Okay, even walking on your hands, bro. Yeah, my ankles are getting a little bit, they need some extra blood, extra love. Even crawling down the stairs sometimes is what I do, and I do find that it's really helpful. Like, just play around with it, man. If you got a pull-up bar, if you got a box, you can even do this with like some weight chilling, lying around your house. Just do it. If you want to try and pick up your friend, go ahead. But obviously, don't try and hurt yourself too bad. So, yeah, you guys. I don't know really what else to talk about right now, but this is the first time I'm doing this. I hope you guys find this somewhat interesting. It's kind of hard to put this in a program. My goal would be to be able to train people online or in person, preferably group sessions, and just being able to mess around with different movements and a place where we can all kind of help each other out. I believe God gave us a body for it to function properly. And so, yeah, we should use it properly. Oh, man. Okay. And this is pretty hard crawl right here. Crawling like this. It takes like a lot of compression. You guys might be hearing me struggling right now. Yeah, like I said, the goal is not to always go super hard or super light. The goal is just to move around, and over time you just get better at that. So let's say just crawling like this, you know. Darn. Even jumping, things like this type of thing, you know. You can even do some sprints. Damn, I'm out the camera. So yeah, combining this with how I train strength, I find to be very doable, accessible, not overly complicated, and not time consuming. And for me, one of the most important parts is simply to be able to recover properly. As I work in construction, as I mentioned, sometimes sleep is kind of rough. My fiance and I are planning a wedding, and so yeah, we've got a lot going on in our lives. So yeah, life's pretty rough, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. So yeah, I find this to be really, really useful, really helpful. I feel like I'm just talking about the same things. But yeah, you guys, I mean, try out some movements. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave a comment. There's a lot of people around. Sometimes you gotta look weird to make things happen, you know. Deep lunges like this is always really, really nice, really helpful. Kind of like this guy K Boogs on YouTube, he talks about it. It's called physiological hygiene, which is more about just lubricating your body, lubricating your joints. Your joints have synovial fluid that go through them when they bend through a full range of motion. And if you never expose your body to those ranges of motion, you don't get that synovial fluid, and your body will not be as healthy as it could be. So yeah, I think my timer's over. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it, you guys. Good job. If you followed me through this, it's not really the most perfect follow along, but it's definitely just made to open, I guess, people's eyes within fitness of the fact that there's more than just specific, concrete, rigid movements. Nothing wrong with training that. I train that way too. But I think we're really missing the component of just moving, right? You know, Jesus in the Bible, he often refers to, like, for us to be like children, you know, and kids go out and play. And I think that that's one of the main components missing in just people's training overall, or life overall, but training in the sense of just move, bro. You got a body, you can move it, you know, and it can heal so many things. It can help out so many different things. You can do this, right? You're pretty much just moving for more than 15 minutes or less, depending on where you're at, depending on what your goals are. I just found that 15 minutes to be a good number. I used to do 30, but again, I work a physical job, physically demanding job. And yeah, life's pretty hard. So this I just found to be helpful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's nothing crazy. I hope you guys will have some feedback to give me, a different way I should make this video. And yeah, God bless you guys. And I pray that we would all have a blessed week this week. See you guys next time. Much love and keep moving.